complete breathing. I'm Kelsey, for those of you who don't know me, and thank you for joining me today. This video forms part of a series I'm doing on yoga breathing and pranayama exercises. So often we can get caught up in the asanas and the movement, the visuals that we see all the time of that. And I think it's so easy to forget this important part of our yoga practice. And I really do believe in the power of the breath, the magic of these exercises, and the difference that that can bring to our lives. So let's begin today this series by learning about proper breathing. Let's begin by thinking about how we breathe. So in day-to-day life, breathing is not something we have to think about. Whether our mind is thinking about breathing or not, our body carries on breathing and carries on functioning, which is of course a very good thing. But with this has come a general lack of awareness about breath and breathing. And often in our lives, what you'll find is we are only breathing into the top area of our lungs and chest. So that is very similar to what is happening in the stress response of the nervous system. We're taking very short, shallow breaths. And over time, this isn't good for the body. And we're not using their lungs to their full capacity or capability of how they're supposed to function. So we have a muscle that sits underneath the lungs called the diaphragm. I'm sure you've heard of it. And that sits here in this sort of shape. When the diaphragm contracts, it pushes down and flattens out. This allows more space in the chest cavity, and this allows air to flow into the lungs through a difference in air pressure. And now, when we exhale, what happens is the diaphragm then relaxes. So from this position, as it relaxes and moves back to its original position, it then pushes the air out of the lungs and we exhale. So if you think about this and take your hand to your navel, so your thumb around your belly button region and then your hand just underneath, feel if your abdomen comes out when you inhale and in when you exhale. Now this might seem really obvious to you, and for many people it is, but I know for me it was not something I'd ever really thought about. And I'd grown up with the phrase of breathe in if you wanted to fit into a small space or some tight clothes, and so really that never actually made sense because our abdomen comes out when we're breathing in. So I remember a moment of realization when I first heard this. And you can think about it as if you think of a small baby sleeping, and if you imagine its abdomen, you can see it as when the baby inhales, the abdomen comes out, and when it exhales, the abdomen comes in. So you just try this for a few breaths. So you can sit in a comfortable seated position and take your hand to your abdomen. Close your eyes and start taking some deep breaths using the diaphragm and feeling the abdomen come out as you inhale and in as you exhale. Now, if you're struggling to feel this, what you can try is lying on your back. Sometimes the movement is more pronounced then. So lie on your back and give this a go. Hand on your abdomen again and take some deep breaths, eyes closed, and see how this feels. And now just taking awareness to our breath can have really positive impacts on the body and the mind. And a simple exercise like this can be so calming. Keep watching the rise and fall. Feel it with your hand. Good. Release your hand. And slowly make your way back up to a seated position. Now, for some people, this can actually feel quite unusual and is sort of the opposite to how they've been breathing. So if that is you, then you can stop here now and just keep practicing this. Keep bringing your awareness to your breath and keep feeling the abdomen coming out as you inhale and in as you exhale. And this is a wonderful exercise just by itself. But if you are fine with that, then let's carry on to the next stage. So this abdominal breathing, which we've just done, as we call it in yoga, we are still not breathing completely. And so for a complete yogic breath, we have to use the abdomen and the chest and the upper region. So we think of the breath coming into the body in 3 stages. First, we're filling the abdomen. Then, through a contraction of the intercostal muscles, we're filling up the lower region of the chest. And then finally, we're filling up this upper region in the clavicle area. And then when we exhale, we again go in the same order. So first we imagine the abdomen emptying, then the chest, and then this clavicle upper region. And so with these 3 stages, we would now say it is a complete yogic breath. So let's try this again. So sit in your comfortable seat. Bring a hand to the abdomen and a hand to the outer chest. So we won't be feeling the upper region, but with our hands we'll feel the abdomen and then this lower bit of the chest, and then feel the upper region, but we won't have our hand there. So close your eyes. And inhale, feel the abdomen, the chest, the clavicle, and exhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Inhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Exhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Inhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Exhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Inhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. And exhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Inhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Exhale, abdomen, chest, clavicle. Now with a count, inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Good. Release your hands. Return to normal breathing and slowly open your eyes. So that was an introduction to complete yogic breathing. And I hope you'll find some time to practice doing these. You can do it at any point of the day, but it's really good to practice some before your yoga practice too. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please do like and subscribe. Your support really does mean a lot to me. And thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.